Yes, I want to talk about the generic doctrine of the apostate church. There's probably billions of these people, okay? There's probably billions of these people. They don't even know their doctrine very well, but they're very self-righteous and proud of themselves, and they're, there's no bravery in them. They're completely verminous. They're the opposite of virtue. Okay, there's billions of these people. They say verminous. So here's an example. There's some proselytizers, tax-exempt organization, and they're proclaiming the righteous good news of their religion, and they're claiming to be non-political. This is a claim that they're having, and they have their little pamphlets they're handing out, and it's all political. This is an example of one instance they were doing it, and they're in a public place. And see, they are lawless hypocrites is what they are. That's their church, so the church of lawless hypocrisy. And the Bible actually tells us about these guys, and here they are, manifest. And it's an important thing to recognize, because people are wondering what's all this trouble in the world. And, they want to say, oh, no, it's internal. You just have to conform to the world and you're solved. That's the direction everybody's being given, where that's not the Bible actually says that's what's going to happen. They're forcing everybody to be in tune with the mindlessness. And you can see what they're doing, like January 6th happened. And I've met many people who, if you mention January 6th, they go, oh, those people should be executed, no trial. And I'm not kidding. They really are. Yeah, we should kill those people, no trial. I go, okay, you're dangerous people, and we need to recognize that there's millions of these people in the United States right now who believe that the January 6ers should be executed, no trial. And I'm not exaggerating. That's something, I have some film footage of some of these guys saying this, okay? And believe getting that footage was like everybody, all the Democrats were like, oh, you gotta get that, you gotta erase that, you gotta erase that. All, a room of 50 people, all 50 of the Democrats in there, like, well, they're not gonna go after the criminals, but they're gonna go after the truth teller. You see, they're very activated. They're very much active. But nonetheless, it's the same as this church. And all of the people claiming to be Christians, almost all of them are this church. Literally, it's like really all of them. It's not, I'm not exaggerating, okay? It's so, because there's so many of these people, and they're always telling the same dogmas that's false, and there's no opposition, because that's the only one that's allowed to speak, is the liars. So they're doing this political propaganda on the streets, and they're claiming that they're not political. Well, just claiming you're not political doesn't make you non-political. Just like claiming you don't have an ego doesn't mean you don't have an ego. Claiming you don't have sin doesn't mean you don't have sin. But their lie is supposed to be held as divine. And this is what the guys were doing in the public. So I was, as people are walking by, I go, hey, take a look at these guys' pamphlet over here. They're claiming to be non-political, but they clearly are political. That's an interesting thing. Take a look. And it would have been so very clear to anybody walking by. They go, yeah, that is silly. These guys are saying they're not political. Well, here they are. And again, you can talk scripture to these people, but they're so false. Like, it takes a couple minutes, and they prove that they're anti-Bible. They're not standing with the Bible, and then they want to end the conversation and want to get rid of you. Well, here's the thing. This happened 5 times. So I'm not violating any laws in the United States. I'm just showing people, oh, those guys over there, this is what they're handing out, and they're trying to say they're not political. They're clearly political. It's absurd. Well, the guys don't want me doing that. They don't want me in the public. They want to violate my rights, so they just call the local police. And the local police are violent criminals, because they say, oh, you're not allowed to point this out. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, no, you're not. And they're going to make sure it's not going to go well for you. They're going to violate your civil rights. This happened 5 times, where under 2 minutes, they had a response time. Because the guy, as soon as the guy called, boom, there they are. And in a place where I witnessed a violent crime, okay? It was a teenager assaulting a 70-year-old man, elder, okay? And the police response time was 2 hours. I had video film footage. They're not interested. They weren't interested in catching this guy, okay? And the taxpayers are paying for this guy to live in the neighborhood. Okay, and he's not, believe it, he's not alone. The whole project is filled with crime that the taxpayers are paying for, with this religious organization really dedicating this. This is what their purpose is.